Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on relationship frequencies, we're going to look at your on and off partner. So if you have somebody who you've been on and off with for years, maybe months, probably closer to years, this message is meant for you. Now, I do set the intention that these messages find those who need them when they need them. So if you did find this message, even if you're not in an on and off relationship, it is meant for you. It just may be that the entire message is not meant for you. So it might just be portions of the message that were meant for you to hear. So take what resonates and just leave the rest behind. So we're going to look at your past, present, and future first. So there's your past. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles. And your present with you and your on and off partner. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, okay. That one really wanted to come out. I say there was a few that were trying to, but this one wanted to. Ooh, Emperor and your future. So let's see what the future of your relationship holds according to the cards. And we've got the Chariot. Interesting. So normally in on and off relationships, I always say on and off relationships were meant to be off a long time ago. But this one looks slightly different. Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles in your past. And the Knight of Pentacles is about taking responsibility, being in a routine, doing things efficiently, being practical and reliable. It's that slow and steady. You know, I'm committed to things. I'm going to be patient. It's the slowest knight in the tarot, and it's just moving sort of step by step, very methodically, very slowly forward. And so in your past, I would say there was commitment there, but maybe the relationship was really slow. Like maybe it was dragging out. Maybe that's one of the reasons it's been on and off, because one of you wants to go really slow and one of you wants to speed it up. But like looking at these cards, there really is nothing that's saying this is a bad relationship. So I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with it, but it just might be maybe your tempo between the two of you is different. One wants to rush ahead and the other one's like, no, there's no reason to speed this up. We can just go slowly, develop our relationship. You know, we don't have to move in after 2 months. We can maybe move in after 2 years, after we've really established ourselves, that sort of thing. So that is the energy of your past. It was very slow and steady, but very committed. Like we are together. And then currently you have the Emperor. And so that's about, being in authority, having structures, right? Having stability, being in control. It is the divine masculine, having, authority over things, but it's sort of about having these structures and stability. So, you'd be in that Emperor energy when you've sort of structured your life in terms of, okay, I get up and then I work out and then I have something to eat and then I go to work and then I, go have a dinner with a friend and then I'm in bed by 8 o'clock, so where you're very kind of structured, things are stable, things are kind of set. But it is good energy. So it's almost like the relationship you're currently in, there's some kind of structure around it. So whatever that is. So that may be that, you see each other every Friday. That's when you have time. So every Friday you see them. Or maybe, you have a morning call every morning and then you see each other for dinner twice a week or whatever, however you've structured this. But within your relationship, you do have a set structure that you're sort of living by at the moment that you're going with. And then when we get to the future, you're probably very happy. Maybe not. Maybe you're freaked out by the future card, but it is the Chariot. And so the Chariot is about determination and about moving forward quickly, being in control. Sometimes the Chariot can get a little out of control. We're going a little too fast. We need to try and keep that balance between moving forward quickly, but also making sure that things are aligned and how they should be. It can be about victory, winning, success. And so I would say the future of this on and off relationship is actually this, moving forward quickly. And maybe it's not so quick, with the slow night. And then we're sort of sitting in this structure at the moment. Maybe it doesn't feel so quickly for you, but there will be this forward movement. So whether, you're not living together currently, but you've have this structure, and then suddenly, you or your partner is going to be like, okay, you know how you've been asking me to move in? We're going to do that. Or you know how you've been saying, let's get married? Let's just go do that. So there is this, we're determined, we're going to move forward. and we're going to find success. So there's nothing bad within this. I don't know why this relationship has been on and off. It may have just been life circumstances, but there's definitely nothing bad within these cards at all. And I'm definitely not saying, hey, this should have been off a long time ago. And I see I'm getting a little bit of light. It's hard to control the light. You need light so you can see, but you can't have it too bright or everything just reflects off of it. Okay, so let's get some advice for this relationship currently, please. Oh, that's a lot of advice coming out of there. So let's shove that back in, please. We only want 1 or 2 cards for advice. Please and thank you. Almost. What is your advice for this relationship, please? Oh, and there we go. Oh, no, that's a bunch of cards too. Okay, we will get it. 1 or 2 cards, please. Let's slow down. Slow down the energy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and that's right onto the floor. So let me grab that here. Oh, we got 2. So advice, 9 of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. Okay. So the 9 of Pentacles is actually it can definitely represent a self-sufficient woman. There is a woman on the cards. You can see there's a woman here. So it's about being independent, kind of being in that luxury, sort of gathered, it is the Pentacles. It's interesting, 2 Pentacles. That is about your like earthly realm, your career, your finances, your home, having enough food. It's all sort of those earthly things that you need to deal with. Like you need some money so you can pay for food, so you can pay for a home. You need a home so you're not too cold or too wet or too hot, whatever it is. And the 9 of Pentacles can be, an independent woman who, a single mom who's sort of, doing it all. But your advice here, I think, is to make sure you are self-sufficient and independent, right? So even though you're within this relationship, make sure you're not relying on that other person for whatever it is, right? Here, because it's a pentacle, I would say, make sure you're not relying on them for financial needs. So make sure you're not trying to rush the relationship to move in because you want them to help you with living expenses. Make sure, you're not being even too reliant on them, like emotionally, like you're always taking and taking and taking from them. And this can be from their side too, because this is for the relationship. It's not necessarily aimed directly at you. But it is about I would make sure each partner within this relationship can be completely independent so that we're not coming together because we need to come together, because we need each other. Otherwise, our lives will fall apart. We won't have enough to eat or we won't have anywhere to live. This isn't coming together out of need. This is coming together out of want and out of love and out of, a bond between you, the two of you. So just make sure that each of you within this relationship is able to be self-sufficient and independent financially, emotionally, you don't make sure each person does not need, right? That's your advice. That we're coming together because we want to come together. We're not coming together because either of us has this desperate need that we have to, we're dependent on the other person. And then the Knight of Cups, this is your knight in shining armor. That's what this card is. It's a knight in shining armor, knight in shining armor card. And so this is about, idealism, the romance. It can be new romance coming in, having, the idealistic relationship, being tactful and graceful, having that charm about them. And so here, it really is saying, make sure you two are both independent, don't need each other, but then we're showing each other the love, right? We're going to be nice to each other. We're going to be charming. We may be whining and dining. When I say whining and dining, I don't mean going out and spending a lot of money, but just being considerate. I'll make you dinner. You make me dinner. Let's go for a walk together. And so really this is just all about, making sure that you're not dependent on each other. You're each self-sufficient, but at the same time, you're showing each other that love. You're showing each other, you're expressing your love. You're showing your love. You're doing little, romantic things for them and it doesn't have to be romantic, but just when you sort of do something where, they were going to come home and mow the lawn. So I'll go out and mow the lawn because, you know, that just a little thing. Oh, look, I got chills with that. Weird. I think that's definitely for one of you. So that when they come home, they see that the lawn is mowed. And then, you know, it's like, oh, I don't have to do that tonight. I thought I was coming home to mow the lawn. Like, thank you so much, right? So it's just kind of doing these little things for each other just to show them you love them, but not always just about doing, right? Also about saying, also about having your expressions always be about that. How do I say this? So like, so that we're not fighting, right? The person doesn't come home, you're me, like, why did you do that? And how come we're doing this? And I don't like that. And, you know, we're showing loving energy. It's, oh, welcome home, you know, oh, I missed you, or whatever it is. But you're staying in a happy place, and it doesn't necessarily have to be happy, but like, not a mad, not sad, not emotionally draining place, right? Where we're sort of at this neutral place and we're having rational discussions and we're showing each other that we love each other and we're having enough respect to each other to not scream, to not get mad, to not blow things out of proportion. I hope this message resonates with you, and I will actually get a message from this deck today, which is just my love messages deck, I guess, Oracle deck. And it just has a few messages on it, so we'll see. They're pretty easy to interpret because they're straight up. Here's the message. So let's see what message wants to come out for this reading, please. Oh, and that's a whole bunch. We'll flip those back over. Probably one of those is the one that was meant. So let's see. That's a bunch coming out again. Oh, look at that, huh? Okay, there. Our love is eternal. Okay, so there really is this like long lasting, right? This has been on and off, probably on and off for years. It's been going on and on and on and on. But it is, there is this notion of, yes, our love is going to last forever. And I mean, look at these cards. These are all really wonderful cards, right? We've got two major arcana here. We got two knights here. We've got, you know, the independent stability. I'm success, right? This is like success. I have my career together. I have my house together. I have, you know, things are together. I'm independent. I'm able to stand on my own. And so this entire spread is very good. So if you were like, oh, things are never going to change, like we're in this current structure right now, and I just can't see us ever moving forward because they like it or I like it or whatever. I definitely think there's going to be forward movement here, right? There will definitely be some forward movement, and I'm going to get this Moon Oracle deck out. And we will get a message from this deck for you, and I think we will end it there. Let's see what message wants to come out from this deck. Please, what message wants to come out? Okay, we've got two cards there, and we do. All right, so we got Universe. In the vast canvas of the universe, you are a masterpiece. Embrace the cosmic dance of life, knowing that you are an integral part of the grand design. So what I think this is saying here is that, you know, just embrace things as they come along, as they move, right? Don't worry about, oh, I want it this way. I want to make these changes. Just sort of embrace how things are going, right? Like, don't worry. Like, I want to speed this up. I want to slow this down. Like, let's just see how things go. Let's not worry about, oh no, are they going to want to move too fast? Are they going to want to move too slow? It's just, let's see how it goes. It's all part of the grand design of how things are, right? And if you try and speed things up too quickly, that could cause problems. One of you might not be ready for it. Both of you might not be ready for it, right? If you try and go too slow and pull things back, that might not be right either. You may lose your opportunity. So let's just try and stay in the flow of the universe. And then we've got twin flames and soulmates. Okay, so the fact that this is a reading for an on and off relationship, I mean, that totally mirrors the twin flames, right? We come together and it's great, but we freak out and we go away. We come together and it's great, and then we freak out and we go away. Come together and it's great, and then we freak out and we go away. And everybody freaks out for their own reasons, for their past traumas, right? I'm not good enough. They're never going to stay with me. It's not going to work in the end. Nothing ever works for me in the end. A lot of times it's just like, this is too intense. Like, they seem to really love me. They seem to really like me. Like, how, there's no way. If they knew who I really was, they'd run. So it definitely makes sense with an on and off relationship, but I would say that this relationship is going to be healed, where we have this success and the moving forward. So let's read the card. So it's the Twin Flames and Soulmates card, exploring the cosmic alignment and soul connection associated with the moon cycles. So it's all about coming into that cosmic alignment and realizing there is a soul connection to the moon cycles, right? So you can explore that for yourself. Notice if, your relationship is different at certain points of the moon cycle versus other points of the moon cycle, whatever it is. But just the fact that a Twin Flame Soulmate card came up, like, I definitely, the on and off thing, and our love is eternal. Like, that's twin flame energy right there. So this definitely could be someone who is your twin flame. Obviously, you'll have to look at it from your perspective and what you think. I mean, it could also be a soulmate situation that for whatever reason we're coming together and going apart, coming together, right? Learning lessons and then moving away. Learn lessons, moving away. Sometimes I freak out and haven't learned the lesson. I got to move away and learn the lesson. So things can go any which way. That's life. We just kind of got to go with the flow of it and try and make the best of it. I hope this message helped you today. I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.